this is fundamentally changing not just how we think about mental fitness, what we're talking about right now, but fundamentally changing what we think about all of health and medicine, the gut-brain axis. So this is the idea that how we feel is not just in our head, it's also in our gut. So our gut, what we call the second brain now, because it is your gut is the source of the majority of the neurotransmitters in your body. So approximately 90% of our serotonin is made in our gut. And serotonin, a lot of your listeners will know, is the neurotransmitter of happiness. If we don't have enough if we don't have enough serotonin, we're likely to be depressed. And if we can get the level of serotonin up higher, we're likely to be less depressed or happier. So 90% of it is made in the gut. If we want to be as happy as possible, we need to look at what the gut is doing first before we think even about what's happening up in the brain. Similar for dopamine, about 70% of dopamine is made in your gut. That helps with motivation. Probably half of our GABA, which is the body's relaxing neurotransmitter, that's made in the gut. The gut also makes a variety of other signaling molecules, short-chain fatty acids, and a whole bunch of other things. So if we're not taking care of our gut, or our gut is out of balance, our whole gut-brain axis is going to be out of balance. So we're not producing the neurotransmitters in the first place, which means they can't be received by the brain. And so you're producing them in the gut, you're receiving them in the brain, and you're sending them between those two brains across the axis. And your axis is how those signals travel. Some of those signals are going to travel through your nervous system, which is one part of the axis. Another part of the axis is your immune system. Another is your circulatory system, your endocannabinoid system, etc. So we think of the gut-brain axis as a system of communication, and the information that's going across that system are well-being signals, right? They're neurotransmitters and they're appetite hormones, and they're, if your gut-brain axis is functional, you're going to feel good. And if it's dysfunctional in any way, you might feel fatigued, you might feel sad, you might feel sluggish, you might feel like you can't focus. All of the things that we think of as mental wellness or mental fitness are products of the gut-brain axis.